Alright guys, today we are going to be looking back at Pokemon investing in 2022 one more time before the new year. Today we are going to talk about some of the big things, the big failures, and what is going on in the Pokemon TCG when it comes down to Pokemon investing in 2022. So guys, if you are new here, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and as always, hit that like button. We can get 100 likes in this video. It'd be greatly appreciated if we could do that. Moves us right along and keeps this algorithm boogieing right through. But today we are going to be talking about our giveaway also. As we move forward here a little bit closer at 2,500 subscribers, inching ever so closely to that number, I have put together a small list of items that we've got here now, which is going to be, of course, the Charizard UPC, the Chilling Reign booster box, the Silver Tempest booster box, and the Hidden Fates tin. So we will be doing those as giveaways, along with some other small things that I have around here as we move forward. I'm going to start putting up, when we get to 2,400 subscribers, a raffle system on where you can start to gain points or tickets where you can put these tickets onto these items. And of course, that'll give you the best option on what you want. I want you to have what you want. If you don't like Hidden Fates tins and you'd rather have a Silver Tempest booster box, then put your tickets on there. If you want to take a chance at everything, put your tickets on all of them. It don't make a difference. We're going to be setting that up so that you can do that and start gaining tickets by, number one, subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Of course, liking certain videos or hitting the links in certain videos. And then on top of it, joining our other social media sites, which include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now we're moving into TikTok. Why not? Why not just throw it on there as another option for you guys to be able to find us out there in the world? So there'll be different ways that you can do those things to definitely move forward and get more tickets for these items as we get a little bit closer to our 2,500 subscriber celebration. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump around into the next thing, which is I'm going to put a challenge out there for next year. I'm going to be putting a series of polls up on the community tab, and I kind of want to know where you want me to go with this. I think it'd be a little bit fun. We'll go through it step by step, everything that's done along the way here on the channel. We'll do little segments along the way, hopefully through most of 2023. But what I want to do is I want you to set a dollar amount. So what dollar amount are we going to use for Pokemon investing in 2023? We're going to take that dollar amount and we are going to purchase items or sealed products, singles, graded cards, whatever it takes to eventually get to the ultimate goal of whatever you guys set as the goal for the end of the year. And I'm not going to make it incredibly unreasonable, guys, because I know that's why I'm doing this as a poll setting. I'm going to do it based on the dollar amount that you start me with. I'm going to be able to set goals for where we want to be. And we'll be discussing everything that's good, everything that works, everything that fails and why it fails, and be able to do a real breakdown on what's going on when it comes down to Pokemon investing in 1 year's time. And what can we actually potentially do with a set amount of money at the beginning. And it's just a way to show you guys, for anybody that's new into this hobby and definitely looking at the investing side of things, how you could potentially look at turning some money and profit in the Pokemon TCG here in 2023. Now we're going to use a lot of the stuff we've learned in the last 4 years. Some of it may work, some of it may not, but it's going to be an honest, open, and showing of what happens in the Pokemon TCG when it comes down to investing. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a look back on what some of the best products were here in 2022 when it's come to investing, how they've held up throughout the year, and what have been some of the failures inside of the Pokemon TCG. What have been some products that have not performed as well as the other ones? That way we can take a look back on what was good, what was bad, and how we can improve going forward into Pokemon investing in 2023. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the first thing, which has been, my opinion, a failure when it comes down to Pokemon investing in 2022. Now, overall, these items may do very well long term, and I'm not going to say that they're not, right? Just because they're a failure now does not mean in the long term that they won't do well. They could turn around, they could have good potential inside of them, but when we were looking at them and investments right up front, we always look at opportunity costs when it comes down to it. What opportunities are you missing when you are not purchasing products that are doing well versus doing products that may be long-term? And how much is that long-term stance? So the first item I'm going to put up here as a kind of a failure this year in 2022 was the Charizard UPC. And I like to talk about this one a little bit, but I'm not going to go into great depth because we've done enough videos on the Charizard UPC, but it's definitely one of those notable failures when it comes down to a product in the Pokemon TCG. Now, am I saying this is going to be a long-term failure, that this product is going to continue to be a failure? No, I'm not saying that. I think long-term, of course, as I've said before, this box has great potential. Anytime you have a Charizard specific product such as this with some beautiful promo cards inside of it, or promo items inside of that box, there's definitely some long-term potential in these products to do well. Whether we see a uptick in this in 2023 all the way up to 2030, we don't know. But overall, I think that the performance on this will continue to be slow, and it was kind of a cautionary tale to people to realize, hey, not everything is investable right off the gates. You're not going to see that 50, 100, 200, 400% increase on a product's price right out the gates. That Pokemon has the ability and can at any point in time completely decimate a product and send you right backwards with it. So to me, this was more of a cautionary tale of what Pokemon is capable of when it comes down to the printing capabilities of themselves. But it also is a good tale of showing that not everything is a great investment right off the gates, especially if you're looking for that medium road, maybe shorter term investment when it comes down to a product. Now, the next item I'm going to put up here was not released in 2022, but it was definitely a poster child of the Sword and Shield era and what we would love to see in Pokemon investment in 2022, which is going to be Evolving Skies and the Umbreon. I'm going to tie these both in the same one. Now, if you're looking at its sealed product investment, of course, the Evolving Skies this year has just gone crazy. It came from out of the gates at about $100 to $105 back in January, and since then, it has continued to accelerate in the upward position, being pulled by the chase for that Umbreon. That's right, the Umbreon has had some fantastic gains this year, and as a single, it is the hottest single right now of the Sword and Shield block, the Gen 8 block in the Pokemon TCG. Now, will this continue to move forward in this way? Well, we have seen some retraction on that product, which is not really surprising when it comes down to how fast and how hard it accelerated. When it started to go, it seems like it drew a lot of people into a lot of hype and FOMO of the potentials of a Umbreon or the Evolving Skies booster box in general. The booster box has finally stalled out at about $280, $260, $280. You can see sales right in that range, which is still incredible when it comes down to any booster box in a modern set. The second thing is the Umbreon had its peak, and it seems to have been withdrawing back down to about that $1,200 range when its peak was around $15 to $17. So it's done some real retractions when it comes down to it, which is not surprising because as that card became more popular, more grading happened. As more grading happens, more supply, and as there's more supply, of course, it starts to dilute the amount of money that you can capitalize on that. But still, if you have a Umbreon sitting at home, you pulled one, you've been sitting on it for a long period of time, great potential and investment in that product at the end of the day. Next, I'm going to put up here as kind of a failure this year. It had more expectation than what it actually brought out. Some of us were questioning it from the beginning. Some people were really hot on it and said that it was going to be the big ticket item of 2022, and that is going to be Pokemon Go. That's right, the set in general has just been lackluster when it came down to it. Some of us questioned whether or not this set would actually bring people into it, whether there would be that excitement factor with it being such a small deck, and also with so little chase cards inside of it, really being the Mewtwo alternate art inside of that deck, or inside of that set. The ETBs, people were stocking up on large quantities of those ETBs, thinking that they were going to do really well. And so far, the ETB price has not really changed. The price is still sitting at about $46, which is still under the MSRP price for it, which is $49.99. Now, once again, is this product a dead horse all the way from now on? Well, absolutely not. I think, once again, there is some potential in this product. I don't think we're going to see as much potential as like a Charizard UPC, but I definitely think that there's some overall potential in this product to gain and go forward in the future. I think the Mewtwo is really going to draw in more people as time goes on. Mewtwo collectors continue to come in and are involved in Pokemon TCG. They keep using Mewtwo as one of the most powerful Pokemon when it comes down to the anime. And as they continue to do that, or you continue to do that inside of the anime section, more people will be drawn to that Mewtwo over time. And so we may see more demand for this product in the next upcoming years as we move forward. But as of right now, in 2022, it's kind of been a lame duck right now when it comes down to the actual potential of this product and what it's actually performed at. And the time period that it may go up may be a long period of time. Next one I'm going to put up here is going to be VMAX Climax. That's right, this is going to be the last one I'm going to talk about when we look at Pokemon investing at this in 2022 for a big win. Once again, this product was released in Japan right before the end of the year. So it was released on December 10th. So we really didn't see the potential of it in the United States until further into the year with shipping and actually getting product in here. But this product has really withstood the reprints of the product. It is a really nice set. It brought in some very awesome trainer galleries. This was the birth of the trainer galleries right before going into Brilliant Stars. So we got a first look at the trainer gallery, and there is a large trainer gallery inside of the set because all of them that have been spread out through the Pokemon TCG at this point have come from this set, and they were broken down into little groups added into each one of the upcoming Pokemon sets in the English version, along with the gold cards that were inside of there, the black and gold cards, such as the black and gold Pikachu, Urshifu, going through all of the ones that were available inside of this set, which made a really good twist when it came down to it. Overall, this product has done really well. It's gone through some pretty good reprints in Japan. Prices did drop down to about $50 and now have recovered back up to $75, $80, and even $90 price range on this product. We've seen a little bit more of a dip now that we are getting the V-Star Universe coming out, but it's just a fact that people are starting to change their perception of looking over here versus over there. And as time moves on, I think the set will do fantastic. I love the set. I actually have a graded card from that set, which is a fantastic grab. It's one of the hot waifus from that set, and it is sitting on the shelf right over there. I have a graded through AGS as a 10, and it is a population of 1, which is fantastic to have a 1 population grade. Once again, though, for overall investment, is that a great turn? Yes, actually, that was a very good turn of the product. If I figured in the grading on that card and also purchasing the box that it came out of, it would actually be, I'd be up about double from what I paid for the box and the grading on that particular item. So once again, awesome way to turn some money inside of Pokemon TCG. There's some great opportunities when it comes down to Pokemon investing still in 2022 to do some grading on some of these cards and definitely get that short-term game, especially through PSA. If you're careful and you're looking at the latest sets, if you're able to pull open some people's old binder sets and things, do some cost analysis. There's definitely some great opportunities to flip some of those cards. And to be honest with you guys, I'm seeing more potential, and I've been doing more grading potential with PSA and Japanese cards more than I am with the English variants of them. Japanese is doing extremely well, even comparatively to English. Pulling secret rares out of Japanese is a little bit more difficult, so getting them can be a little bit more difficult, which means prices are a little bit better sometimes, especially in English, since we have a real cut down on the amount of product that we get here. It all depends on what gets shipped. There are some very particular places that just purchase Japanese Pokemon cards and sell them on our open market, but overall it is pretty difficult to find a large quantity of that stuff unless you're going through some of the other outlets like Bai or some of those places. So once again, guys, that's where I want to talk about with these 4 products. I just wanted to pick 4 products that did extremely well or were extremely lackluster when it came down to the Pokemon TCG here in 2022, and what you could expect with these products, or how this might be a tale of what you could see with potential products in the future when it comes down to investing. So getting back to what I was originally talking about, which is, of course, going into this little experiment for 2023. I will be putting up a poll here probably tonight or tomorrow right after the release of this video, where you could actually sit there and set a number for where you want to start. What number do you want me to start at for a cost for Pokemon TCG? And where am I going to, where's my starting point so that I can be able to move forward? And then what's going to be my end goal? Once we get that starting number, I will set a video and then a poll where we can set, where do I want to get to? Let's set a goal for where we can get, and let's see how close we can get to that goal. Overall, I will document the whole process. I really want you guys to see what works, what fails. Trust me, guys, not everything's a win in the Pokemon TCG when it comes to investing. Some items will sit here for a long period of time, but some other items will go off the shelf extremely quickly. It just depends on the overall demand for that set when you're going. Once again, nothing's set for sure. Nothing is going to be absolutely positive that the product is going to do well or that particular set is going to drive like we think it will. We're all speculating and it's all a guess, but let's use that speculation to see how well we can do performance. So once again, guys, if this kind of content is interesting to you and you want to see how this turns out, this will be a little mini series. Maybe we'll do monthly updates on that. and show you how we're going. Also, just a reminder, we are going to be starting up our Choose Your Path series here after the first of the year, after the new year. We already have Nick from Old Card Shop already set to go. We're setting up with Eli from Pokemart right now. USA is starting up his interview process, and then we will be going into Rock Pokemon. He's big on Instagram. He has some presence here on YouTube, but definitely going to bring him in. Also, I've been finishing up the discussion with him to get him in line for an interview, and we're working through many other people in the industry, very many people that are very good at what they do. So I want to continue to do that Choose Your Path for people that are interested in the Pokemon TCG but are not quite sure what they want to do. So once again, guys, hopefully this is some good information. Hopefully that Choose Your Path is good information. And of course, if this has helped you out or been informative to you, be sure you hit that subscribe, especially if you made it this far in the video. Be sure you hit that like button and always hit that notify so you get notified when we do new videos and content. But other than that, guys, if you do like this kind of content, as always, check out these 2 videos over here. I will put them up for your information and education afterwards, and we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.